Did I ever tell y'all that I love true crime? Like I go up for a true crime documentary. I don't know what it is about it that is always so intriguing to me. I think it kind of stems from my love of Law and Order SVU. And I don't even know why. I mean, when I think about it, it's probably an unhealthy obsession, but there is something comforting about Law and Order. Maybe because it's been on for such a long time that it feels like a very stable type thing. You know what I'm saying? So even when times are hard, like you can always count on Law and Order to kind of be there. Does that make sense to anybody? Especially when you've been like, I'm a type of person, I love nostalgia. So I think that's where all of this comes from. But we're getting into this Porsche story. So don't just walk with me here. I love a true crime documentary, and for me, if one of the best is called "Don't F with Cats." It's on Netflix, y'all. If you have not seen this, you need to run to your television set right now and hit Netflix, and then click the search icon, and then click "Don't F with Cats." It is 3 episodes, y'all, and it is so good. I've watched this thing probably about 1,000 times. Maybe that's why I'm so intrigued about this whole situation with Porsha Williams reportedly drawing the FBI's attention after a mysterious flight altercation on her trip home from BravoCon, according to the TMZ and the Jasmine brand. Y'all, let's get into it. So I'm on the road again, last night, and I look online and people are sending this to me also too in my DMs, and I'm like, what? The FBI? Like, why? What has gone down on this plane, right? So we're all trying to figure this out. I know y'all were already like on it. I know people were already, making their videos and their content about it. But listen, after traveling for so long, the last thing I'm about to do is hop on here and do a video. Especially, I mean, sometimes I will, but y'all, I was exhausticated. All right. So anyway, enough about me and my love for true crime. Y'all, again, I'm not being, this is not sponsored or nothing like that. I'm just trying to be a good Samaritan and tell y'all the good. If you trust and believe, you will not be disappointed by this documentary. But the one that's unfolding in real life is this one right here. So apparently, um, federal authorities confirmed that they are looking into what happened on her flight. Now, apparently, she was reportedly involved in a flight altercation during her Delta Airlines trip from Las Vegas to Atlanta on Saturday, November the 16th. Apparently, a spokesperson for the FBI Atlanta told Us Weekly that the FBI Atlanta is aware of the incident on the flight. It is unknown at this time if federal charges will apply. That is what we have. That is all we have at this moment. Now, she was one of 2 passengers questioned by the crew before landing, according to TMZ. The flight touched down safely, but was met by law enforcement, and video obtained by TMZ showed Porsha speaking with an officer after exiting the plane. Now, nobody knows or nobody is speaking on what happened just yet. Obviously, some people know because there were people on the plane. So my thought is, now, of course, this all unfolded after her weekend appearances at BravoCon, but I want to know what happened. Like, I need to know, like, girl, like, what was you doing? Like, what happened? Why was you? Why are the FBI questioning you, or why are you even on their radar? You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious. I mean, here's a little bit of the footage, y'all. Okay, yeah. I mean, but the way she walking out, like, I mean, hey y'all, hey, how you doing? It's really very much given, like, yeah, I just stepped out, go naked, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what it's given. So shout out to not only Reality Entertainment TV, but also the Jasmine brand. Neighborhood Talk. I've seen this in a couple of different places. So y'all, what's going on? What's tea? What's happening? Why are you landing on the FBR's radar? And why I feel like, the people be real quick to make a TikTok. Okay. So I'm shocked that Nobody caught this incident or nobody was filming this incident. I mean, was nobody else on the flight? And two, I mean, it kind of reminds me of the scenario on the Salt Lake City Housewives this past week where Meredith had allegedly went off on Brittany. Yo, the more I hear about that story, the more I'm like, it is crazy what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that I'm hearing that Whitney, when she said sleeping pills, y'all, I'm hearing that there may have been some sleeping pills and alky involved, but I don't know. That's the allegation. Allegedly, I don't know. Okay, but we'll talk about it a little bit later on in the week when those details become like more firm. I'm sure the information is already out there. I'm like, I can only deal with one light fiasco at a time. And so this is it. Okay. Now, I want to talk about something else that found very interesting. You know, the ladies of Potomac have done their after show. And so here's the thing. Of course, the topic of Monique's return comes up. And Giselle is like, honestly, y'all, I'm happy. I was happy she was back. I mean, essentially, because she's like, at the time we were there, she's like, Angel is boring, right? And she's like, basically, Tia, you proper, so you ain't giving no energy. I mean, you could literally see Tia's like, I mean, well, dang. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think what Giselle was trying to say was, y'all not really bringing it like that. And we needed some new energy. We needed some energy that's familiar, that knows what to do. Um, And so she was like, I'm happy. And I told y'all before, Giselle is about this show, right? So doggone it about a binder from 5 years ago. She is concerned about what are we doing now? How can I keep this paycheck now? And we need to make some stuff shake. Okay. And we need some energy up in here. Somebody that's gonna give, that's gonna, throw some shade, that's gonna, be a good sparring partner, I think. So I think that that's kind of what she was referring to. But elsewhere, as you get into this a little deeper, which I thought was so interesting, because you see the ladies reacting, and Wendy's like, yeah, I was happy to see her or whatever like that. And genuinely, she did seem happy to see her. But I thought something that was interesting that Ashley said was that Ashley said she felt like that because Monique talked about Wendy's energy being different from the last time she saw her, which was the reunion. But because Wendy kind of was like being shady to her at the season 5 reunion, but prior to that, they were getting along, right? They had a lot in common. And so Ashley was like, well, it's not surprising that Wendy would welcome you back in with open arms, because she said what Wendy tries to do is Wendy tries to find a person to align herself with, to have on her side when new people come into the group. And I was like, what's funny is that they actually accused Karen of doing the same thing. Y'all remember that? I'm literally about to. I was y'all. I'm crazy. I was about to stick this cashew right in my mouth. Remembering that I am on the camera. Okay, this is not a mukbang. Anyway, I'm hungry. So this is so random. Anyway, so I was thinking to myself, is that true? Is that because a lot of people? I read some comments that people were saying that the reason why Wendy was okay with Stacey coming out with her Shio Happy Stacey line is because she was looking for an ally in Stacey, and she needs friends on the show. That's what some people were saying in the comments. And so people feel like their friendship is a friendship of convenience. And I would say that with Stacey and Wendy, it could be convenience, but it also could be you do need some backing on these shows. Kay has Angel. I mean, whether or not that works out for either one of them remains to be seen. Um, Giselle and Ashley have each other. So Wendy and before you could have said that Wendy and Candace had each other, But now that Candace is no longer on the show, Stacy is like kind of usually on an island by herself, and Wendy is kind of like a floater. So it would make sense that the two of them would naturally fall together, particularly since Kay and Wendy really don't get along. So let me know what you guys think about that. I mean, again, the mechanics of a show like this is that you do probably want to have somebody on your side, or at least to have your back, because otherwise, when the other team, when the other people turn against you or throw some shade at you, you need somebody that can at least have at least a little bit of your back, so that you're not always at the firing squad by yourself. So I think that Angel and Kay received Monique very well. They felt like she had a very grounding presence, which leads me to wonder if when we see in the trailer that Angel reacted to something that it seemed like Monique was saying to her, that that was really directed at Monique, that Angel was like getting upset with, or someone else. Because, the trailer can be a little tricky. So you just never know. And Angel says she didn't feel like Monique was coming in and was going to be like the person that was going to stab her in the back like she did feel with like a lot of the other girls. So again, interesting stuff. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Make sure you like this video if you like reality TV related content. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. With that being said, I will catch you in the next video.